Good morning, my friends. It is an early morning, up before sunrise. I hope you do this often. I hope you get up before the sun. There's a special clarity and power that comes from rising before the sun to start your day right, get things going. So I hope you do that often. But I'm sitting here reading and thinking about you guys, thinking about life. And I wanted to share this message that's critically important. Life is almost like this constant crossroad. You get to a crossroad and you decide, and then you get to another crossroad and you have to decide again, and you have to keep choosing. And one of the choices we have to make is how much need we have. Like it's right here, and it's this need we have to do the right thing, to become our best self, to make the right decision. Because the reality is, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to show up. And by showing up, I mean either not show up at all or to go through the motions, but you're not really there. You don't have to show up. You don't have to show up for yourself. You don't have to show up for your spouse. You don't have to show up for your kids. You don't have to show up for work, for progress, for impact, for anything. It's possible. I don't know how it's possible, but it's possible. Because people do it all the time. It's possible to just exist. To just go through the motions. Just to be there. Lights are on, but no one's home. That's possible. You don't have to do it. You don't have to get out of bed early, like I just said. You don't have to go after it with drive and passion. You don't have to do any of it. When you fall down, and you fail, you make a mistake, you don't have to get back up. Or you can get back up and hold a grudge. You don't have to forgive. You don't have to do any of it. Like when things don't work out like you hope, you can throw in the towel. You can quit. If something goes wrong, something really gets messed up in your life, you can blame your circumstances, you can blame other people. You can do that. It's totally possible, and people do it all the time. But I have to ask you a question. What's going to be the end result if you choose not to show up? What's going to happen, my friends, if you choose to not choose? Because that's a choice. If you live in indecision, what will your life be like if you continue down the path you're on without really deciding to show up, to be in the game, and to make the most of yourself and your life? It's your choice. Nobody's going to make you do it. Nobody's going to make you really show up here and give your absolute best and leave everything you've got on the table and give it your all in the things that matter to you. You can just give it leftovers. You can neglect your health. You can neglect your mind and your education. You can just coast. You can. I don't even know how that's possible, but people do it. You can. That's your choice. The choice is yours. You can roll along and just kind of be emotionally all over the place, underdeveloped. Spiritually, you can just do the bare minimum. You can do that at work. You can do it financially. You can do it socially. You can have the shallow, superficial, social pleasantries. It's all there. But what's the final outcome, my friends, if you don't show up? That's what I want you to think about this morning. That's what I want you to dig into. What will your life be like if you choose not to show up? And get clear on that. Get crystal clear on that. And then I want you to ask yourself if at the end of your life you'll be okay with that. If you choose to coast, if you choose to just take the easy route, if you choose to just give it the minimal effort, right? Because look around. Look how many people give the minimal effort, right? They're interested in how little can I do without getting fired? How little can I do without getting divorced? How little can I do without like dying of bad health? How little can I do to not fail the class? Right? We're all looking around for what's the bare minimum. Like my wife and I, we even give these presentations about, totally transforming your life and transforming your marriage and living this extraordinary life. And people will ask us like, well, wait a minute, just tell me what's the bare minimum I can do to improve my marriage? And that's their choice. But there's a sobering reality because every choice is attached to a consequence. You can't disconnect that. You can't unattach it. And so the choice is yours, but you have to be clear. You have to be crystal clear. What happens if you don't show up? And what happens if you do? And I want to invite you to consider that very carefully. And then I want to challenge you to show up. To choose to be all in, no matter what's happened, no matter if you've come from just a horrible divorce or a terrible physical illness or accident or a massive failure or incredible mistake, like wherever you're at, whatever your reason, whatever your excuse, whatever you're facing, whatever challenge is in front of you right now, and maybe your challenge is that your life is really good. Maybe your challenge is right now, your life is crazy, comfortable, and easy, and you have a choice. That you can just enjoy it, or you can get back in the game. I can tell you with all my soul that for me, choosing again and again and again to show up has made the greatest positive difference in my life. And I genuinely am living an extraordinary life because of it. There's been lots of opportunity to choose to take the easy path, to coast, to just go through the motions, to just settle back. And any of the times that I've done that, I regret here and here. But it's my choice, and it's your choice. You don't have to show up, but be aware of what that means. And when I think about what that means for me, my greatest fear is living a mediocre life. That I get to the end of a month, the end of a year, a new birthday, and then the end of my life, and I look back and say, well, that was pretty mediocre. That for me would be crushing. And that changes my choice. And I'm now to a point in my life where I only have one choice. That's it. Because I choose it. I choose to have only one choice. And that choice is to show up, to be all in, to give it my all, to leave it all on the table, to leave it all on the field, so to speak, to give everything I've got to everything I'm doing that really matters, and to see what happens, to watch what happens as it totally transforms my life and the lives of the people around me into something really awesome. Because awesome truly is always an option, but we have to choose it. So choose it, my friends. Reach upward.